Storm clouds gather over Europe. Mistrust and rivalries between realms threaten to break and flood the world in a tide of total war.
Hello everyone, this is Nasinaut97 and I'm here today with a new LP, and this LP is Medieval 2 Total War. And this game is basically a strategy game. So the main aim of the game is to basically choose a country and then conquer the rest of Europe and Africa with your chosen country. So if we go back a second, we can either do the tutorial, the grand campaign, custom battle, quick battle, historical battle. The tutorial is, well, it's a tutorial, and the grand campaign is what you will be doing once you've done the tutorial. A custom battle sorry, is where you choose a battlefield out of this list, and you can choose the different options here, like what season, what weather, time of day, time limit and difficulty, etc. And then then you can choose which army is going to be again too. So that's the custom battle. Quick battle is when you click on that, it will just randomise the battle for you to play in. And a historical battle is a battle that happened in real life, and it's basically like you can play it, play back what happened, and you can actually play as the armies. So as you can see, lots of different ones here. So let's start with the tutorial. So the Battle of Hastings. Okay, lead William the Conqueror and his Norman army to victory at the Battle of Hastings, then defeat the Saxons for control of the English throne. Edward the Confessor's death saw England fall into a bitter power struggle. With no heirs to the English throne, three competing powers arose to stake their claim. Harold Godwinson was quick to seize power with the support of the English Witan, I think. However, the King of Norway, Harald Hardrada, felt the land his birthright and sailed from the north. The two kings clashed at Stamford Bridge in a bloody battle, but the late King Edward had promised the throne to the Duke of Normandy, who sought papal blessings to launch an invasion of his own. Alright, Battle of Hastings.
Following the death of Edward the Confessor, England fell into a bitter power struggle. Harold Godwinson was quick to seize power, though the King of Norway, Harald Hardrada, felt the land his birthright. However, the late Edward had promised the throne to William, the Duke of Normandy, who, with the blessing of the Pope, readied his army for conquest.
Father, word from England. Hardrada lies dead, and his army defeated.
And what of Harold Godwinson?
His victory at Stamford Bridge has strengthened his hold on the throne. Even now, he musters his forces.
Perhaps it is time.
Then what shall I tell the troops is your command?
Tell them we sail for England and conquest.
William's fleet swept across the channel like a mighty tide, landing at Pevensey and amassing to confront Harold's approaching horde at Hastings. This titanic clash would be the decisive battle for the future of the English throne.
My son, remember this day, and remember this moment, for after this battle, these lands will be ours.
And rightfully so, Father. It is time. His men are ragged from the journey.
Very well. Rufus, prepare your men for battle.
Okay, so that was an interesting video. So let's get on to the battle.
Hastings, 1066. The Saxon King Harold takes up a strong defensive position on Caldbeck Hill. His men form the legendary Saxon Shield Wall, blocking the road to London and forcing a frontal attack from the Normans. William waits patiently with ranks of archers, infantry and cavalry, ready to launch a three-waved attack. He has archers to weaken the shield wall from afar. Spearmen to engage the enemy in close combat. And cavalry to drive through the enemy and run down deserters. William gives his order for the first wave.
Missiles! Attack!
His archers raise their bows and fire into the shield wall. The battle for the English throne begins.
Units, move out!
William's favored son, Rufus, moves into position to guard the rear of the Norman army and awaits his father's call to battle.
Well met, Commander. I am Sir Robert, your military advisor. I will watch your actions on the battlefield and guide you to glory. Follow my instructions, and we will crush these Saxon dogs. Your father, Duke William, wishes your troops to guard the rear of his army and wait for his call to battle. Keep a watchful eye for any Saxons that hope to ambush our army. This is Rufus, your general on the battlefield. He is accompanied by an entourage of the finest Norman knights. Left click on his unit to select them now.
Okay, left click.
Your general is your most important unit. He commands your armies on the battlefield, giving them strength and courage to fight. When he is lost, your battle is lost. Remember, you must keep Rufus alive to conquer the Saxons. You can move your armies around by right-clicking where you want them to go. Right-click on the highlighted area to move Rufus there.
Okay.
You will notice that your general has moved, but your view has not. Use the number pad on the keyboard to move your view of the battlefield. 5 and 2 will move it forward and back, 4 and 6 will move it sideways, and 1 and 3 will rotate your view. Move your view now so that Rufus is centered.
Okay. I guess. Here. There we are.
General!
I guess this is what he wants me to do. He is centered.
General!
You can zoom in and out and tilt your view by using the mouse wheel. You can also move your view by pushing the mouse to the edge of the screen.
Yes, I know.
Completed, Your Majesty.
The panel at the bottom of the screen shows a map of the battlefield, an indicator of your progress in the battle, controls for the pace of the battle, your general and troops, as well as options and commands for your selected forces.
Okay.
You can also select your units by left-clicking on their character cards in the panel at the bottom of the screen.
Completed, Your Majesty.
Double left-clicking on a unit card centers your view on that unit. Double left-click on your cavalry's unit. To get your unit somewhere quickly, double right-click on a location. Order your cavalry to run by double right-clicking on the highlighted area. You can change your unit speed of movement by pressing the Unit Speed toggle button on the bottom right panel. Try this now to order your cavalry to slow down. Sometimes it is necessary to run on the battlefield. However, making your troops run too often will tire them out quickly. Order your troops to march long distances and only run when you are near your enemy. You can press the Stop Current Orders button on the bottom right panel to remove all current orders from your selected units. Press the Stop Current Orders button now to stop your... You can easily select all your units on the battlefield by pressing Ctrl-A. Try doing this now.
Okay.
Now that all your units are selected and awaiting your orders, move them to the highlighted area. You can order your units to move into formation by holding down the right mouse button and dragging out a line on the terrain where you want them to move.
Units double time! Units double time!
Okay, so I'll just move these troops over here, like you said.
Each of your units proudly bears the Norman banner. You can easily recognize your men on the battlefield by this banner. Different types of units have differently shaped banners. You can also select a unit by clicking on their banner.
Archers!
You can easily deselect your selected units by pressing Enter. Try this now. Some Saxon reinforcements have arrived. You must stop them from crossing the river and flanking the Norman army.
Okay.
Use your archers first, so you can weaken the Saxon infantry as they move your mouse cursor over the approaching Saxons and right-click. When your archers are firing on the enemy, a bow and arrow icon appears on the top left of their unit card. When you order your archers to fire, they will move into range and then attack. Your armored sergeants are your best melee fighters. Select these spearmen now and attack the Saxons. To attack, mouse over the Saxons and right-click when your cursor changes to a sword.
Okay, charge.
If your archers fire on a unit that is in melee with your own unit, your unit will take friendly fire from your archers. Select your archers and press the Halt button to stop them firing.
There we go.
You can zoom in on the action by using the mouse wheel. Try zooming in on your infantry now to see your men in the heat of battle. While your units are engaging the enemy, move your mouse cursor over your units or the enemy units for feedback on their status. You can find out who is winning and how each unit is faring. Now select your cavalry and double right-click on the enemy to run them down. Using your cavalry to stampede archers and infantry is a useful tactic.
Okay, here we go.
Assemble the men!
William has called for you to join the main battle. The end of the battle is at hand, and the next few moments will determine the fate of England. First, you need to move your army into the main battle. Press Ctrl-A to select all your units, or hold down Ctrl and click each unit card. Then right-click on the far side of the crossing to move your units there.
Okay, so move them over the bridge.
When your troops are nearing their destination, press the slower button twice to return the battle to normal speed. Otherwise, you might miss important events in the battle. When you have ordered your troops to move a long distance, you can increase the game speed to get them into position faster. Set the battle to the highest speed now by clicking the faster button twice. William has given the order for your troops to fall into line with the rest of the Norman army. First, order your archers into the front row.
Okay, archers.
Now order your spearmen to move into the second row.
Spearmen.
Then move your cavalry into the third row.
Okay.
Now order your general to fall in behind your troops. The battle is now paused. Now is a good time to use the speed controls to move your troops into position faster. Set the battle to the higher speed now and back to normal speed when they're almost in position. Some of William's army have broken away and are fleeing. Units rush on the battlefield when their morale becomes very low. Morale decreases when units become tired, when their chance of success is low, or if the general dies. The Saxon peasants have broken rank and are charging at us. They have seen our fleeing men and have made themselves vulnerable. Now is the time to attack. William has ordered all archers to fire at the approaching peasants. Select your archers and fire at the nearest peasants. Your fine Norman archers will make short work of these peasants. Use your archers to fire on enemies as they approach, but remember, not to engage them in melee. Now run your armored sergeants in to finish off those peasants. These spearmen are highly skilled in melee and are well suited to close combat. Remember to stop your archers firing on the enemy, or your spearmen will suffer unnecessary casualties. Without the peasants, the Saxon shield wall is broken and their position is weak. Order your archers to fire into the Saxon infantry now. King Harold has been caught by an arrow. The Saxon king is slain. His men have lost hope and they are fleeing.
For the moment, the fortune of battle goes our way.
Use your cavalry to chase down the routing troops. Your cavalry are fast and will catch the infantry easily. The fewer men you leave alive, the fewer you will have to deal with later.
Okay, so let's run down the rest of these fleeing Normans. Sorry, Saxons.
The small map on the bottom left of the screen shows the location of all the units in the battle. You can use this map to easily locate your men and the enemy. Your units are green, allied units are blue, and enemy units are red. You can double left-click a location on the map to move your view there immediately.
The battle is very much in our favor.
Harold's most brave and loyal troops, his Huscarls, are still standing to fight. Help William finish them off and be done with this bloody day.
Okay.
Only half the enemy force remains. All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
Bravo, my lord! You have slain King Harold and sent these Saxons running for their worthless lives. You can review your men's performance in the battle here before moving on with your campaign to seize England.
Okay, let's show the statistics. Okay. Scroll down. Yep, so we succeeded the objectives. So we won this the tutorial battle. So that's my little taster for you people. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, where we will start the grand campaign as England and start to conquer the whole of Europe and Africa. So yep, see you next time. Bye.